And Redneck Riviera is a phrase everybody knows. You know, it's when people say, I can't afford to go to the French Riviera, so where do we go? We go to the Redneck Riviera. And to me, Redneck Riviera was always kind of a state of mind. You know, it's like for people that work hard, they play hard, and they got that little bit extra money. Where are they going to spend it to have the most fun they possibly can? Distiller out of Portland, Oregon, called Eastside Distillery. And they said, what is it you're trying to accomplish with this whiskey? I said, I want the smoothest pour of whiskey that exists. That's what I'm going for. I want something that basically anybody would like it, but especially me. I have to like it, you know. I'm the first customer. And so we went back and forth for 7 or 8 months, and I could show you the bottles that we went through, but they were sending me these tiny little bottles, and we would line them up and take a teaspoon, and you would taste a little bit and go, I don't like that. What don't you like about it? And we go through this whole process. So what we've wound up with Redneck Riviera American blended whiskey is exactly that. This is an American blended whiskey, which does not exist anywhere else in the world except for in this bottle. I dare you to go to a liquor store and say, show me your American blended whiskey. They'll go, what are you talking about? This is a proprietary blend. It's the only one out there like it. The whiskey is all made in America, and even the glass that it's bottled in is made in, guess where? America. Even the glass. And you say, is that a big deal? Yes, that's a big deal. People don't use American glass. They don't use American hardly anything anymore, as we all know. This bottle is American head to toe, and I'm so pumped and proud to get this out. Basket. This is one. I have like 10 of these downstairs. Of these little tiny bottles that would come in from my distiller, and we would line these bottles up and test them out one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, till we finally wound up with this. I literally have like over 100 of these small bottles downstairs. I kept them all, by the way, because I want to put them all in a giant shadow box one of these days and show how we wound up at the final stage. But you know, to me, if you're gonna come to market with something like a whiskey, you should take your time with it, man. I mean, you only get to do it once. To me, coming up with a great blend of a whiskey is not dissimilar than writing a great song. You know, you take your time with it. Once you write it, once you record it, and once you put it out, it's out. It's a permanent thing. Whether it's good or bad, it's there, you know. You write a lot of songs, but every now and then you'll write one, and when it's the right one, you go, bingo, that's it. You just know it. Any artist will tell you that. Any songwriter will tell you that. Every now and then you just get it, and that's what this was for the whiskey. Riviera live honky tonk in Nashville is under construction right now, 24/7. I mean, there's lights up there going like this. So it'll be open in the next few weeks, and this will of course be there. But I'll tell you what's happened is. One of my buddies down on Broadway that owns 4 or 5 bars, he hit me up and he said, I heard you have a new whiskey. I said, yes sir, I do. He said, can I put it in my bars? I said, yep. And so I sent him a bottle today, and he called back and he said, this might be the smoothest drink of whiskey I've ever had. I said, bingo, that's what I was going for. So I think you're going to see this bottle in a lot of bars up and down Broadway and around the country, but definitely at the Redneck Riviera for sure. We've also come up with a great menu. Stuart Malia, if you look him up, he's another world-renowned mixologist. So he's a cocktail guru, and actually is here in Nashville, and really dug down deep with this bottle and came up with a really extensive menu on great ways to use this whiskey, which now is going to be passed around all through the United States. It's like I get to give them something great because they've given me so many great things, you know, in my music career. Those fans, I mean, you're standing in a house that was built by those fans. You know, we call this house Mount Richmore, you know, as a kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, but I call it the house that music built. So to be able to give products back to those fans that are high quality and moderately priced is it's a big feat and something I am really excited to be a part of, to be honest with you. Cork, right?
Turn the label around. Forward.
There you go. Here's to you guys. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Bring her down. Lord have mercy.